Welcome all to the Black Column Podcast. I'm here, your host, the Cruel Philosophr here.
That was very dramatic. And I'm Shannon. I'm Shannon, aka your favorite Blerd.
I was trying to be like a boxing commentator and standing in the corner over there with a broken microphone and no speakers.
It's not broken, it's just not good.
Man, we are here once again bringing you. This is the podcast where if it's in the news, we might talk about it. So this is the podcast where we provide you an honest Black perspective on stories that we find in the news. Sometimes they're from the Wall Street Journal. Sometimes it's from the New York Post. Who knows? But here we are. It has been a phenomenal week for me. I know we usually start with Shannon, how Shannon's week was, but my week was pretty good. My week was pretty good. I am deeper in these Clubhouse streets now.
I know.
But avoiding the bullshit. I figured out a way to use Clubhouse with my laptop so I can use my equipment instead of being on my phone.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I hate the phone audio. So that's one thing that I have going on for me. Also, I officially have the job that I was waiting for. So that's good. That's
the one at JCPenney's.
Yes, Shannon. Thank you for letting me.
Are you working in Bay Plaza?
Yes.
Oh, I'm surprised you told me. You said you weren't going to say where you worked.
I mean, there's only one JCPenney in the Bronx, right?
There is? I don't know.
Yeah, I had no idea. There's a bunch of Macy's.
Yeah.
But there's one JCPenney there, so that's what I'm doing. Finally, it's a funny story. Do you know why I wasn't getting my it wasn't going through applications? Why? So for my email, I put gmail.com with an extra M. So my supervisor texted me, he's like, yo, you gotta do it again. I was like, cool. Did it again, make sure I had the right M. Boom. Did my background check, but who's passing me? I got my report today.
Of course.
And did you know that they check? Okay, so did you know what they check for on the background check?
No, like criminal record. What else do they check for?
So they check for, I think, proof of address. They check for criminal record, and they check to see if you are a registered sex offender. Question. Okay. Do you think that should be a thing?
What? The background check or them checking if you're a registered sex offender?
Them checking any of that stuff.
Yes. I think so. So. Because it does should they base their hiring decision off of that? No, but I feel like they should know who they're hiring.
I was talking to my father and I was like, let's say I, went to jail for, drug charges, right? If you were impressed by me, because of my interview, if you were impressed by me because of my resume, whatever, why should a previous conviction of me, selling drugs matter as it pertains to me working at the company, right? So that's one side of the table, especially because if you think about it, one thing that happens with people who are out of prison is it's so hard for them to find work, but what is going to keep you out of prison usually is finding work. Right? And I understand that part, but I also understand why as a company, you would want to know who you're hiring and their history, because with that person might come extra baggage. So what if somebody who, you hire, but you find out that, they got arrested for working with a drug cartel? Well, that increases the danger to not just that person and you, but your entire staff and your customers. And so I get both sides.
Yeah. I think it's necessary, but I don't know. Cause I feel like a lot of companies, once your background check, once something lights up on your background check, a lot of them are like, nope. But, I don't think that's fair, but I also think that everyone has a right to know, who you are.
I agree. But Shannon, how have you been? I forgot to ask you.
Look at you. Your phone, was that your phone?
Yeah.
I'm good. Nothing to report really this week. Nothing happened to me. I don't know. I was struggling a little mentally this week, actually. Had a pretty bad week in that regard, but I feel better now. I got my flu shot yesterday, so I'm all good for the flu season. Did you get your flu shot?
No.
Well, you should get on that. It's flu season, or it's about
to
be flu.
I know. I'm gonna get mine soon. Probably like either this weekend or next weekend. To be honest with you, was your mental block like serious or just the blues?
Yeah, it was just the blues. I was very down, and I couldn't really figure out why. But that stuff kind of comes in waves. I would say it's seasonal depression, but it's not cold, so I don't know.
I feel you. I mean, my depression, I know where mine comes from. I just can't. I hate the city, but I'm stuck here. I'm like, it's insane. It's insane. But whatever. We don't want to make you guys depressed. We hope you all are having a great time with your lives and getting back to work.
That just sounds so funny. It's not funny. But
I'm just saying, if I was a listener, I would want to hear, people talk about how depressed they are. I'm just saying, would you?
No, not really.
I want to hear that, even though, people be depressed sometimes. But it is what it is, man. Capitalism. So let's start here, right? I'm gonna just go in order of what we got written down, right? Of stories to talk about. So once again, your boy has been proven to be correct. I don't know if I said on this podcast or if I just tweeted it, but when we last talked about the Gabby Petito story and we had our theories on what happened and whatnot, and it was pretty obvious that girl was dead. And we said that she was dead, right? And so she turned to be dead, right? And we never really commented on the case past that point because what was the point of it? But the Brian Laundrie stuff, I feel like deserves an actual conversation. And I'm going to explain why. I was tweeting, at least. I don't remember if I said it on the podcast, but I was tweeting the moment he left home, right? So remember, they go somewhere. He comes back to Florida with the van without her. And then, he's not talking to the police. Like 3 or 4 days after that, he goes missing on like a Thursday. And, people are looking for him. I said on my Twitter for a fact, oh, he's dead.
Mm-hmm.
I said he's dead. I said the dude is going to kill himself.
Okay. So you just thought that you think he just killed himself right away?
Yes. I don't know when he killed himself.
Okay.
Because
I thought that he tried to I honestly thought he tried to escape and live, in hiding for a little while and then maybe killed himself.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, no. The strategy was, I'm going to leave. I'm going to be away from the hysteria. And then I knew the guilt was probably so overwhelming for him, regarding what he did, allegedly. He's dead, but whatever. And because of that guilt, he took his life. I'll be stunned if the ME reports anything other than death by suicide.
Yeah.
Stunned. Yeah. So this is shocking for me.
Do you still think do you think he just ran away or do you think the parents helped him go away?
So this is the second part that I want to talk about here because the parents are catching a lot of heat on social media and I don't understand why. I don't. And I think why?
Because he came back to their house where didn't she live with them, Gabby?
Yes.
With the van. Shouldn't they be concerned as to where she is? And I feel like I don't know. I think, and the fact that they wouldn't talk to her family, really, I feel like that is, I feel like that's wrong. So I feel like I understand why the parents are catching heat because of their lack of consideration in the whole thing.
Their number one priority is their son.
Okay. But
so what do you mean, but Shannon, if your son came to you, let's just fast forward 20 years from now, right? No, in your case, 30 years from now. 30 years from now. So your son comes home. No, I'm saying because,
I'm not having kids, so let's not even throw those hypotheticals out there.
Fine. Somebody has kids, right? A close person, your brother, right? Your brother has a son, right? 30 years from now, right?
Mm-hmm.
His son, and this works perfectly because I don't know if you watched the interview that Brian Laundrie's sister gave, but woo! So anyway, your brother has a son, right? He went on a trip with this girl, blah, 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 blah. He comes back with the van, without the girl, right? I think me and you kind of know he told his parents something bad happened to Gabby. Or do you think he just... Yeah, okay, so cool. Uh-huh. We agree on that point. What would you want your brother to do about his son?
I don't know. But I talked to my parents about this, and they said that they're going to turn they said that they would have turned him in, that they would turn my brother in if he did something like that. Like
really?
If he murdered. Yeah. If he murdered someone, that's what they said. I don't know if that's actually true. I said that it might be different in the moment if it's actually happening to you based on if you're just giving your commentary, but I don't know.
I think it is easier said than done. Mm-hmm. I think many people think that they would turn in their son, but I think under the right circumstances, how the story plays out, what you hear, that's another point. Like, we don't know what he told them because, like, depending on how the story is told, you can kind of come across as this was a tragic accident. And here's the thing: if it's a tragic accident, nobody wants their son or daughter in jail. Even if you knew that this person ended somebody else's life, if they explained it in a manner where, you know, they're very sympathetic, they, you know, said, you know, I didn't mean to do X, Y, and Z, yada, yada, yada. It just happened. I lost my mind. It was, you know, like, why would you then subject your son to prison? I don't think I really understand how bad prison is. Prison is pretty bad. So if it's me, I'm not turning in my son unless I get the vibe that this was like a cold-blooded, you got to pay for your sins type of, you know, situation. But if I thought that this was...
strangled her, so...
Yeah, but you could strangle somebody because you lost control.
Okay.
No, I'm saying, Shannon, me and you into a fight. We get into a fight. You're swinging at me. I'm dodging. You know, you pick up something off the ground, whatever. I grab your throat. Like in the heat of this is what in the heat of a dispute, dude. You can easily, especially, and this is something that men don't really think about, that the average man could kill the average woman with his bare hands in like 10 minutes. But most men don't think of themselves like that. Like, you don't think, but like in a heated, you know, argument, then it gets physical. She's swinging at you, you swinging at her, you dodging, you know, like you can, get your hands, and then you lose it. And, or do we know if it was hand strangulation or was it behind the back strangulation? Because
I don't know.
Do we know that as well? And so this is what I mean when I say, depending on the story I hear, I could easily see me. Now, I would never put myself in a position where I end up going to jail for my child. That ain't going to happen. But no, yeah. That would be dumb. And I don't think the Laundries did that either. I don't think the Laundries did anything because they got the lawyer pretty early on. So there's no way that the lawyer would have allowed them to do anything that would criminally impact them or their son. I don't believe that. So I would never do anything for my child that would put me in prison. That said, though, I also would not actively help the law imprisonate my child either. If I felt like this was a tragedy and not like my son is a monster. If I get the feeling from the story that my son is a monster, I might work with the authorities. But if he explains it to me in a way where he's like, you know, telling me the story, it sounds very sympathetic, yada yada yada, I could easily see me saying, well, look, man, I'm gonna pray for you. You know, we're gonna get you a lawyer. And you know, whatever happens, we're gonna let it happen. Bing bang boom. But people out there mad that the parents weren't actively working with authorities. And I'm like, y'all must not have kids.
They probably don't. Or maybe they do, but they're just, you know, they're just not thinking about it that way because they're not in this situation. So, you know.
Yeah. But yeah, you know, this is the end of the Brian Laundrie case. There was also a story that said authorities found 9 bodies while they was looking for Gabby.
Yeah, I know.
That's wild.
It is.
9 bodies, no media coverage.
Nope.
None.
Nope. 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 Nope.
So, like we see, thoughts and prayers to both the Petito family and the Laundrie family. I believe this is a tragic story. I believe the eventual true crime docuseries that comes out is going to be incredible. I don't know who's going to have it first. Netflix, HBO, Lifetime, Hulu. I don't know who's going to get it first, but that is going to be a dude. Because this story is still insane when you think about like what happened, how fast it happened, how people are projecting onto the couple. Like it's crazy, but yeah,
Yep.
Goodbye. Vaccines. Me and Shannon, there is a light at the end of the tunnel. After me and Shannon decided to take that trash ass J&J vaccine. Shannon, did you watch the Dave Chappelle special?
I didn't finish it.
But so do you remember his joke about
yeah, I did. I do remember the jokes about Johnson Johnson. Yeah.
I thought that's me and Shannon right there.
Oh man,
we got the least effective vaccine. I don't know why, but we did it. But yeah, so the season of boosters is upon us, people. The season of boosters.
Once they approve it for everyone, because it's still not approved for the general public yet.
I think they did though.
Did they?
I'm gonna check right now. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna check right now. I could have sworn I saw a story from the FDA saying that the FDA approved
boosters for everyone. Because if they
let me check right now. Okay, so this is breaking. FDA triple authorizes booster for. All right, so the Moderna booster is for 65 and up or 18 and up with risk factors.
Yeah.
6 months after second shot. The J&J boosters are for all 18 months and older, 2 months after the shot. So you can get that right now.
Oh, wait. Oh, never mind. Because I just got an update about it. It says CDC expands booster eligibility. And that like literally just came in as you were reading. Wait, so let's see what it says. The CDC has expanded COVID vaccine booster eligibility in the U.S. Certain people who got the Moderna vaccine and all adults who got the Johnson & Johnson vaccine are now eligible for booster doses. Look at that. So,
wait, read that one more time.
Certain people who got the Moderna vaccine and all adults who got the Johnson & Johnson vaccine are now eligible for booster doses. With this final,
That's because they realized we all got that trash ass J&J. We in the group with people who are at risk.
Yeah.
that's what that means. They know. We know you guys regret your decision. So
I don't know though. I gotta wait. I gotta see like people who mix and match, because I'm gonna mix and match. I just want to see what happens to them. Like, are they gonna be okay? Like, I'm a little afraid to do that. But I definitely do not get a Johnson & Johnson booster.
This is where I have to be honest about you, Shannon, and our friendship, because I definitely had every intention to wait 2 weeks after you got yours.
Oh my God. Like you did the first time. I'm not surprised.
I was like, okay. I said, well, Shannon's going to get this mix and match soon. So I'm going to wait 2 weeks to see, how she turned out. And then I'm going to get mine. But I ain't get mine first.
Well, I'm not getting mine until I see some. I'm going to wait a couple weeks. And see what happens, because I want to get a booster, especially as we're going into winter and, it's more common for people to get colds. And I have to start working soon. Like I have to go back on site more often. I definitely want to get a booster, but I definitely want to wait and see if it's safe.
You know what's the craziest part? I feel safe like being at work probably because everyone's maxed is like, wearing masks, and I'm not in like a small spot. Like working in like a big building like that. It's big, I'm not trapped. I can move around. I have my mask on. I feel like if I would catch this thing, it'll be like on my way to work. Like on a bus.
Well, at my job, you don't have to wear a mask if you're vaccinated. My boss told me that everyone on my team, like we have to keep wearing masks while we're on site because if we COVID, it'll like mess up the day-to-day operations of what we do. But no one else has to. So that's why I definitely kind of want to look into that.
Okay. And so just to provide some data for the people, there's this guy that I follow on Twitter. He's really good. His name is Eric. Oh, Lord have mercy. He's Asian.
Okay.
Eric Fiegelding. I think that's right. Eric Fiegelding.
Hold on.
Hold on.
To see who actually tweeted it.
I'm gonna put it in the chat. All right, click that link, Shannon.
Okay.
And try to pronounce his name.
Dr. Eric Fiegelding. Yeah.
Okay,
Fiegelding.
cool. All right, cool. So he's an epidemiologist. I've been following him for a while now. I like his data approach, his information approach on Twitter. Less hysteria, more science and data in all his tweets, right? So he tweeted out this graph that really helps explain which of the vaccine boosters you should get based off of what you got initially, right? And so we're gonna read the chart here, but maybe I'll put the chart in the actual video when I put it to YouTube. But basically, let's start with Pfizer. So if you got the Pfizer vaccine, the booster shot you should get is the Moderna booster shot, right? It provides 17.3 times the binding and neutralizing antibodies, right? Versus the 14.9 of the Pfizer and the 6.2 of the Johnson & Johnson.
6.2.
Yeah, so if you got the Pfizer vaccine first, the best booster shot you can get based off of the data is the Moderna. Okay, that's the first. That's your best option. Second best option is the Pfizer. Third best option is the J&J. And you're gonna hear a common theme when I get through these last two. If you got the Moderna vaccine, the best booster shot you can get, Pfizer, followed by Moderna, followed by Johnson & Johnson, third place. If you got the Johnson & Johnson, the best booster you can get, Moderna, followed by Pfizer, followed by Johnson & Johnson. And when we talk about how trash J&J is trash. It is third place comparatively to all of these other, well, it's only two other companies here with their booster shot, right? And here's the thing: if you got the Johnson & Johnson booster, if you got the Johnson & Johnson vaccine, how do I explain this? I'm trying to figure out how to explain this. If you got the J&J vaccine, the boost that you get from getting the Moderna or Pfizer is so much larger than if you got any of the other vaccines first. Because that's how ineffective the J&J vaccine was compared to the Moderna and to the Pfizer, the two shots vaccines that you had to take. So yeah, that's the data there.
Yep. And the CDC recommends if you got J&J 2 or more months ago, you should definitely go in for a booster shot.
Yeah. The only problem.
I'm going to wait, though, since I just got a flu shot. I think you should go first now, Tobias, since I went first last time.
My only concern is, do I have to go through that night of hell again?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe not if it's a different shot.
That's what I'm waiting.
I want to go. I think I'll be okay. If I die, I die. It's fine. It was, whatever. But I'm gonna go. But I just got a flu shot, so I'm gonna wait. I don't want all those chemicals mixing around in there.
Have you written your will?
Have I written a will?
Yeah.
No. No. At the age of 28, I have not thought about writing a will yet. But I also have nothing to give to anybody, so there's nothing to write a will for.
A will is not just like property. It's not just stuff you hand down. It's also like instructions for your funeral.
Oh, No. Well, I want to be a tree when I die, so I guess I'll put that in there.
So you want to be cremated?
Mm-hmm. And made into a tree.
Where?
I don't know.
I could bring you to Katona Park.
No, I don't want to be in Katona Park. If anything, I would be in Pelham Bay Park because it's a closer park to me.
I'm about to say that second. The Pelham Bay Park seems like it works for you. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I've been thinking about death a lot for some reason. I'm like, I don't want to be a burden on anyone when I die. Like, part of me wishes that it was legal to just throw my body off a cliff or something like that. Because when you think about it, it is hear me out. You don't think it's messed up that they charge you to put you in the ground?
Yeah, it is. It is.
And
so you don't want to be a you don't want to be a financial burden to anyone when you die.
But it's more than finances; it's emotional as well. Like,
yeah, emotion. Okay.
Yeah, it is a lot for the people who are left behind when you die.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it is financially draining. It is emotionally draining. Time consuming.
Mm-hmm.
Huh?
That's what life insurance is for.
No, true. I agree. But even if you get life insurance, depending on any kind of comorbidities that you have or other stuff, it still doesn't, because like there are different life insurance policies, right? And so a lot of people who don't have money, they end up getting lesser policies because they can't afford to pay the insurance. Yeah, I don't know. I just think it's messed up that we get charged money to die.
Yeah, it is messed up.
And it's both ways. You get charged to get put into the ground, and you get charged to be cremated as well. And
something our taxes should pay for.
I agree.
We're paying for everything else that's stupid. We should be paying for something that is beneficial.
I totally agree.
People die every single day. You would think that,
taxes should cover kind of a basic coffin and a basic tombstone, or the price of cremation, whatever you opt to get. Now, if you want something more fancy, you got to pay that out of your pocket.
Yeah, then you can pay out of pocket for that. Yeah.
But I'm with you that we should all kind of get. Yeah, I agree 100%. Yeah, but whatever. So yeah, that's your vaccine news. Apparently the positive COVID cases in America is actually dropping right now, Shannon.
I know. I did see that. We're on a plateau, but we were on a plateau before we before Delta came and kicked us up a notch.
Yes, that's the wild part, though. There's not a clear consensus regarding when these spikes happen and why they happen, because they also seem to happen at different parts of the country at different times, and there's no connecting theme, because I think right now Florida has a lower caseload of COVID than I think it was Vermont, even though there are less people that are vaccinated in Florida.
Interesting.
So why is a state that has less people vaccinated, why does it have lower COVID cases than a state in which has like a 80 to 90% vaccination rate?
I don't know. Maybe it's just running its course. Maybe it's done.
And if that's the case, that would mean all of these stipulations and policies and guidelines are kind of just a waste of time, because this thing has to just run its natural course. Yeah,
maybe. Probably.
But yeah, so that's your COVID news. Stay safe in these streets. I am staying safe. I'm staying safe. I don't want this thing.
If any of you out there got a Johnson & Johnson vaccine and are going to get a booster shot, let us know how you feel after.
Yes. I agree. For the dear devils that listen to this podcast or watch the videos on YouTube, I agree with Shannon. Please let us know if you're getting it, how you turned out. And if you die,
God forbid.
Yes.
Let's hope you don't die.
Yes. But if you do, so before you die, I want you to leave like instructions for, hey, if I pass away, send a tweet or an email to, the Black Column Podcast.
Oh my God.
And let them know what happened. It's only fair. Right? So cool. Now, Superman comes out as bisexual, Shannon.
In a version of the comics, yes.
Superman is coming out the closet. The son of Kal-El, so what is Superman 2.0?
Mm-hmm.
Shannon.
My thoughts? I don't have any thoughts. I think it's great. I don't have a problem with it at all. Because why would I be bothered?
Wait. Why do you think it's great?
I mean, it's great. Yay for representation in comics. I don't think it should bother anyone. Because why is it bothering you? I have no feeling toward it. I think it's fine. Representation is good. I do not have any problems with it at all. You want to roll your eyes at me?
Man.
What?
This is problematic.
How? How is it problematic?
I'm going to explain why. Right? Superman is an iconic figure. Mm-hmm. He is the pinnacle of cishet white power.
Uh-huh.
Don't you agree?
I guess.
Cool.
Sure.
He's literally the strongest man in the universe.
Uh-huh.
And so instead of, and this is a larger problem that I have with both kind of the LGBTQ movement and also the woke people who you align with, Shannon, these individuals who are constantly trying to take things from the past and remix them to fit their narratives. I'm gonna give you an example. There's like rumors about a black Superman. Mm-hmm. I don't want a black Superman. Superman is a white man. It's okay for him to be a white man. Like, why are we trying to make black Superman for?
Okay.
This to me is kind of the signs of a group of people that have low self-esteem. I feel that way about Ariel as well. You know, the live action Ariel that they're doing.
Ariel was a mermaid, not a human being. It doesn't matter what color she is.
No.
No. Don't even try it.
We grew up. Listen.
Who cares? She's a fish. She is a fish. It doesn't matter. She represents a fictional character. Superman was a white. Well, no, same thing. He was an alien. It doesn't matter. But Ariel is
there you go, Shannon.
He's a fish. It doesn't matter what color she is.
Here's why it matters.
Stupid argument. Don't align with the stupid people on the internet, Jabaya, who care so much that she is black. It doesn't matter.
It does matter. I'm gonna explain why.
It doesn't.
Why can't we make our own stuff?
It doesn't matter.
It's not weird to you though. I don't like this new thing. I don't like Black Superman. I don't like Black Ariel. I don't like when they redid Annie. I don't like this new stuff where like we just want to take stuff that was like white, make it black because we have low self-esteem. Make your own heroes. Is it that hard?
I don't see a problem with this. I don't care. I don't care.
I care, but
I don't really care.
Back to my bisexual Superman point. So what they have done is they have taken the offspring of Superman, the original Superman, Kal-El, and made his child bisexual. And here's why this is problematic. It's problematic because this is an actual agenda.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Like, this is the gay agenda.
This is Superman's son, though. This is not
I get you, but would they have made
Superman. He could be anything he wants to be.
Would they have made Superman's son gay in 1950?
No, but 1950 was a completely different time.
I got you.
We should be happy that we've moved away from that.
No.
Yes.
They should, no, the gays should get their own superhero.
They do have their own superhero. It is Superman's son. It is not Superman.
So here's why I agree with you. It's like, this ain't the end of the world for me. But I do think this is kind of part of a larger I'm trying to thread this needle very carefully. You constantly hear like the word gay agenda thrown around, right? And I always say, do I believe that there's an agenda to turn people gay? No, I don't. That said, that's only
that? Okay. Mm-hmm.
Huh?
Mm-hmm. No. I'm gonna let you finish your thought.
Yeah, I said I don't believe that.
Yeah. Okay.
That said, that's kind of the extreme version of the gay agenda. What I do think is a real thing, though, is these people in Hollywood are trying to rewrite the rules of masculinity because they have this vision of what they think a man should be, and that is a real thing. It's like the black boy joy stuff that happened a couple of years ago, where on his face sounds the black boy joy, black men being happy. When you kind of go, you look through the hashtag, all you see is a bunch of dudes with crop tops on and flowers in their head.
Mm-hmm.
They were gay, and so under the guise of black boy joy, it was just black gay men. Mm-hmm. Nothing to do with heterosexual black men. And so there is this agenda to kind of break down the what we knew as kind of the vision of manhood, the vision of men, the way men should carry themselves. And here's the thing: you can agree that we should change certain things, right? But I do think people should know that they're in the war. And what I don't like is this thing where these messages are being seeped into the culture and parents don't know what they're fighting against or what's happening. Like I said, you can be like, you know what? Certain things should change. But what I don't like, though, that's happening here is these things are happening through comics, through cartoons, through entertainment, right? These messages trying to change certain things. And then when somebody calls you out on it, they're like, we're not doing nothing. No, we're not. Yes, you are. You have a goal. You have an agenda. I'm not saying you are wrong for having that agenda, but I'm going to call a spade because it's a spade.
What's wrong with it, though? What is wrong with including gay messages in cartoons? And it's not like it's going to turn your child gay.
You missed my entire point.
But like, I don't get it. I don't get what the problem is.
First of all, I didn't say it was a problem. I just said you can agree. So the whole thing about the gay agenda turning people gay, that part of it, I don't believe at all, right? But that is only like the most extreme version of this thing. What is a thing, Shannon, and they talk about this, rewriting the rules of masculinity, right? What do you hear all the time? The term toxic masculinity, which means there's a version of masculinity that they think is appropriate, and there's a version that they think is inappropriate. And so they are putting these messages in entertainment, in cartoons aimed at children to rewrite these rules, to undercut certain themes that historically were viewed as kind of the norm for American society. I'm just saying that is happening, and parents should be aware that it is happening. And making Superman bisexual is another way of
Superman's son, by the way, not Superman.
Sorry, yeah, Superman's son. By making him bisexual, it is another way in sneaking in those messages about masculinity and the idea of a man. And because I guarantee you, in that comic, it's not just that he's bisexual. It's probably he's bisexual and he's polyamorous, or somebody he knows is polyamorous. Like, that's what I'm talking about. It's all of that stuff together that is a part of the quote unquote agenda. I gotta tell you, Shannon.
Sorry. We lasted longer than last time, though. That was more than half the episode before the Wi-Fi went out.
I didn't remember where I was at. I was making a phenomenal point.
I didn't even hear, because I didn't hear anything you said. I was trying to type in the chat that you were freezing, so I couldn't hear anything. And I just...
basically what I was saying was that it's not simply that the gay agenda is people trying to make people gay. That's a very simplistic view of it. It's also the introduction of polyamorous relationships, the introduction of the pronoun stuff, like all this stuff. And I'm not saying that these things are good or bad. I'm simply saying parents especially should have the right to know, like, they're in the middle of a war if you do take the other side of that argument. And so whenever people like to do these things where they put these messages into children's cartoons, or like there was a picture that Lil Nas X took with Elmo the other day, right? Mm-hmm. And some people got upset. I get why they got upset, because now you got to explain. Because now you might have to explain to your 5 or 4-year-old who Lil Nas X is and what he does. Next thing you know, what?
And he's an entertainer.
Yes, and you might not be ready for your child to look up Lil Nas X at 6 years old and to see him twerking on the devil. That's what I'm saying. Is like, you don't have to agree. I'm just saying there is an agenda.
Okay.
And so that's how I feel about bisexual son of Superman.
I have no problem with the bisexual son of Superman. Let him be bisexual. It means absolutely nothing. That's what I think. Right. And it will influence your children in no negative way if they know about the existence of gay people.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. What are you against? I feel like you would sign up for anything.
What do you mean?
What are you against? Would you be against a relationship between 50-year-old Superman and a 16-year-old?
50-year-old Superman and a 16-year-old?
Yes.
Yeah, that's a little icky.
So that's where you draw the line?
Yeah. But how yeah, that is where I draw the line.
Interesting.
But that's different from
I'm just asking a question.
That's a very different situation.
Just asking a question. Just asking.
That's a different situation though. That's different. It's not the same.
What about somebody marrying their cousin?
That is gross.
Is it? But would you draw the line there?
Yes.
Why?
Because it's incest.
Even if it is. So what? If they're both above the age of consent, like, who are you?
It's not the same.
How? Explain to me how it's not.
Not really.
How is
because being gay, it's not.
No. How is incest different? So how is how is two cousins dating and getting married different from a man marrying a man?
Because the gender you're attracted to is not something that you choose to be attracted to. It's who you're naturally attracted to. Whereas, like, if you're attracted to men, then that's but like, I feel like you could be attracted to other people that are not your cousin. That's weird. That's your family.
But you didn't really decide to be attracted to your cousin either. If you're attracted to your cousin, it was a natural attraction.
But that's weird though, because if you're
why is it weird?
If you're a man and you're attracted to your female cousin, you could be attracted. You could be attracted to any other female. Okay, but if you're a man and you're attracted to men, you're attracted to any, like, you're just attracted to your male cousin. You know what I mean? I feel like it's different. It's different. It's a different situation.
You broke up on that part, but I heard you said it's like, if you are a man attracted to your female cousin, you can be attracted to other women versus if you're a man who's gay, you're attracted to men.
Yes, that's what I said.
Yeah, but once again, the person who is attracted to their female cousin, they didn't decide that. They just so happen to be attracted to their female cousin. So I'm asking you, like, who are you to say that they should not pursue a relationship with their female cousin if that's what they want to do? Like, why is it any different?
If that's what they want to do, then go ahead. But I just think it's weird.
I mean, but like, what makes it weird?
Because it's your blood relative.
I agree, but they're both
share the same genes. It's weird.
Weird. I'm just weirder than being attracted to the same sex.
Yes.
I think those like equal to me.
Okay, I don't think so.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I feel. So wait, if there was a comic being released of a Superman marrying his cousin, would you have a problem with that?
I mean, I wouldn't read it.
I didn't ask you that. I didn't ask you that, Shannon.
I mean, actually, I probably would read it, but I would find it disturbing. I mean, I don't care. At the end of the day,
but you think
it's not like I'm vehemently against it. I'm not gonna take up arms and go protest in the street like some of these Karens out here that are so angry about these things. Like, it's like, I think it's weird, but like, whatever. If they don't
strut me in my position, Shannon. You're what I said. would you have a problem with it? Meaning,
no.
If I asked you, do you think this comic, which is for children, if it had Superman marrying his cousin, would you find that to be problematic?
Maybe a little. I don't know. I don't care. No, I'm not. No, I'm not.
Okay, Shannon. Okay. What else?
Whatever.
What else?
Kids should just. I feel like if that was going to be a thing, I think parents should educate their kids on the real dangers of inbreeding. So that's a real problem.
I mean, it's dangerous for like.
It's not dangerous for two men to be together. What dangers do that pose? What dangers does that pose?
Oh no, men can have children with each other, but like,
yeah.
What?
No, that's what I'm saying. So like,
yeah.
but it is.
But so in that instance, they're the exact same. So a couple with two men is in the same position as a couple with a man and a woman who are cousins. Neither one of them can have children, really. So both will have to adopt, right?
I mean, they can have children, but it would be.
But they wouldn't.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm saying they wouldn't.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't see any big difference to me.
As long as you're not going to inbreed, and go ahead, marry your cousin. I don't care.
What's the risk? Because I know it's really bad if like two, like if like brothers, like Jamie Lannister type of stuff. That's really bad. Mm-hmm. But is it the same for like cousins?
I think so. Maybe it gets less severe. I don't know.
Are you gonna Google it?
Is inbreeding?
Okay, yeah, I didn't want that in my I didn't want that in my recent history, so I'm glad you did.
Okay, so it says inbreeding increases the risk of disorders caused by recessive genes. So I feel like
you didn't Google the right thing. You should have Googled is having kids with a cousin as risky as having kids with.
I feel like I'm not going to get a specific answer on that, but okay, hold on. Listen, I can't believe you haven't.
Yeah, I refuse to put that in my recess 3.
Oh my God. Okay, wait. Marriages between people who are related is more common than you think. Unlike what many people think, their offspring are not doomed to birth defects or medical problems. In fact, unless they both carry the same gene mutation, the couple's chance of having a healthy child is almost as high as any other couple.
Whoa! 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 Breaking news. Whoa! Wait a minute.
Yeah, it says. Hold on, wait. According to the New York Times, it says, contrary to widely held beliefs and longstanding taboos in America, first cousins can have children together without a great risk of birth defects or genetic disease. Scientists are reporting today. They say there are no biological reasons to discourage cousins from marrying. This is from 2002. So let's
Okay.
That is from April 4th, 2002.
This makes a lot of sense, though, when you think about it, because
I'm gonna delete my phone.
I wouldn't put it on mine, but historically speaking, though, cousins used to get married all the time. So, yeah, because I know that the stuff that you're talking about is definitely prominent amongst like siblings, like Jamie Lannister stuff, like that. That's where
that's because that's your immediate blood relative. But whereas I think the higher the degree of separation, the less.
So a cousin is just your parents' siblings.
Can I freeze again?
No, a cousin is your parents' siblings' child, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So I don't know how many degrees of separation that is, but was it 2?
I guess so. 2 or 3.
Yeah. I don't know. Very interesting information, though. So for all you see, and here's the thing: is it that crazy? This is gonna sound crazy, but I promise you, I'm gonna say it. Is it the craziest thing in the world to be attracted to one of your cousins? And let me qualify this. Hold on.
I just want everyone to watch the YouTube so you can see my face. I am not okay with any of this. Okay, so no.
That's not true. Google history says, Shannon. Anyway.
Okay.
No, let me explain why. And I've told a story on a bunch of occasions, right? Me on this podcast. But years ago, we were down south, right? And it was some gathering of like family that I've never seen before in my life. And I was probably 8, 7, I don't know, something, right? And there was a girl there, and I thought she was cute. And then I remember somebody, yeah, it's my cousin, right? And then, so now I'm thinking, okay, well, how uncommon is that?
I don't think it's uncommon to find your cousin attractive. I think it is uncommon to then actually act on it.
We agree there, but is that because of the stigma? Meaning,
yeah,
if you remove,
so.
So if you remove the societal stigma, do you think that you will see an increase in cousin dating?
I don't really want to talk about this anymore.
Oh my god. Yo, that would be crazy. That would be crazy. That's the next battleground. Like, if you think about it, yeah. So we had, just think of the history of dating in America, right? We had to get over age, right? Before you can marry somebody who's like 12. So we fixed that. We did race. It was like illegal to marry somebody of like a different race. Now we just finished, same-sex relationships. So what's next?
I don't think that family relationships are gonna ever cross. I don't think that we're gonna ever get to that point. So
I'm just saying, based off of that research that you just read, technically speaking, there's no reason why it shouldn't be able to happen.
But that was also from 2002. I feel like if that was going to happen, conversations about it would have been.
No, because stigma is hard to get rid of, though.
That's true. Stigma is hard to get rid of.
Like, once something is stigmatized, it's super hard to make those changes, because it's deep. It's like embedded in our minds that, because to your point, I thought that it was like a risk if you were just family. It didn't matter if it was like blood. Now, I knew that being like immediate siblings was like the most severe, but I thought it just like went down by degrees. I thought it was like maybe super severe brother, sister, half that like cousin, half that second cousin, like then down. But the fact it goes from like severe to like non-existent, that's wild.
Yep.
It makes the Adam and Eve thing make more sense. Shannon's so comfortable, and she started this. But anyway, let's see. Netflix boycott. The Netflix boycott. Dave Chappelle's The Closer special is still in the news because of the backlash he is receiving from a super small minority of individuals in both the media and online and in the real world. And so there was a protest stage outside of, I believe, Netflix's headquarters. This is, you know what it is? This entire thing is an example of a super small minority. They just have so much power when they clearly shouldn't.
Who are you referring to? Are you referring to the trans community?
No, the activists.
Oh, the activists. Okay.
Yeah, the activists don't represent the community. It's like the same. Like I have smoke for like black activists because they don't. I don't feel like most of them represent my politics.
Okay.
And I feel like it's the same thing with the trans stuff. It's like I'll listen to people who are trans on like radio shows or podcasts or read their tweets. And a lot of them are kind of like, I don't care about this. But it's like the small fringe of activists, quote unquote, that are making all of this noise. And then you have the media that has a vested interest in this shit as well, because, controversy sells newspapers and, brings eyeballs to the TV, which increases, the number of advertisers that want spots on your programming. And so it's a nasty game. But I don't know.
I don't know. I just think that I feel kind of bad for comedians nowadays because, comedians can't move the way that they moved 10 years ago. You know what I mean? Everything was up for jokes back in the day. You know what I mean? If you look at shows back then and the type of humor that there was, all this, like, everything was up. Everything was up for humor. Everything could have been a joke. But I feel like now it's almost like nothing can be a joke. So
I feel like you can still joke. You just have to have
not without receiving backlash.
I agree with that point. And I also think this has to do with the fact that people don't have lives. Like, I have a theory I want to run by you, right? A lot of this stuff I think is, so I blame women for most of this. But
I mean,
well,
no, I mean, yeah, they are mostly the forefront of acting.
You guys are everywhere. You guys are the forefront for the trans stuff. You guys are the forefront of the Black Lives Matter stuff. You guys are, it's just all women. And I've been thinking about why. And I think it's because you guys don't have children. Right? I've been reading these articles about the declining birth rate in America. Black women are the most single people in America as a demographic. Like, it's the 62% of y'all single. I think this is kind of, like, when women don't have kids, they just have more time to waste on stuff. And this is kind of what you guys are using to replace your empty wombs.
I don't think that's true of all women.
I think it's true of most of y'all. See,
okay.
Contrary to what you guys believe, I think a woman is kind of, this is going to sound really bad, but I do think a woman is kind of, here for kids.
No, Jabaya. No.
I do.
No.
Let me finish.
Stop.
Let me finish.
Okay.
And here's why I say that. Yeah, it's not. If it makes you feel any better, men are kind of here for labor, which is just as bad. But I don't think we are this. Look, we think way more of ourselves than I think we should. I'm just being honest. Men want to be more than labor. Women want to be more than childbearers. And most of you guys aren't worth more than that. On both sides. Okay. I'm keeping it real.
Okay. Do you watch Why the Last Man? You should watch that show.
I do. It's a horrible show with a great premise.
Oh my gosh. Oh, no. You know what? I knew that you were not going to like it.
I did like the first 2 episodes. Then they got all woke and stupid. They did.
That is what the main complaint was.
They kept, and here's the thing. If you're going super woke, you have to do it in a way. The Flash is a wokey show, but it doesn't hit you over the head with it, right? Like, think about the Flash. Now, full disclosure.
I haven't watched the Flash in like 6 seasons.
That's what I was about to say. Full disclosure, I stopped watching after the Brainiac dude in the wheelchair. That was like the last thing I remember.
Yeah, I feel like that was the last of it that I saw too.
Yeah, but up until that point, think about this. You had, sure, the main guy was a white guy, but not like your typical white guy. He's like this thin, nerdy dude, who was living with a black guy who was like his father figure and a cop. He was in love with, now this is kind of creepy if you think about it.
How is it creepy?
Shannon, they grew up like siblings.
But they're not siblings.
Hold up, time out.
They're not siblings.
Whoa,
they're not related.
Time out. So you're saying if 2 foster kids, so they're not related, but if a family took in 2 foster kids at 5 years old each, you don't think it's weird if eventually, like, the boy starts having feelings for the girl?
No, because it's not his sister.
All right, Shannon. I'm gonna report you after this podcast. But anyway,
report me for what? They're not related.
That's nasty. Whatever.
There's no blood shared. They're not related.
That's nasty.
How is that nasty? They're not related.
Because you never know if what he's doing in the household is like brother stuff or like pervy stuff.
Okay.
I'm just saying it's weird. But anyway.
So you don't think that it's okay? What if we're getting so off topic. What if they grew up in the house like siblings, but then they went out their separate ways like adults, and then they came back later and that attraction was there? You think that's weird still? No,
but he didn't say that. Remember the Flash. He liked Cyrus. Is that her name?
Iris.
Sorry. He liked Iris from like childhood.
Yeah, but he didn't make a move on her in childhood.
It doesn't matter. That's weird.
It's okay. You were the one saying earlier that you can't help who you're attracted to. So if you're attracted to somebody that you're living in the same house with, how is that any different than what you said before? When we were talking about,
that's a fair point. But anyway, that's what I was saying. So So you had a white main character who grew up in a black household. You see, I'm trying to move on. Who grew up in a black household. He has a best friend. One is a female scientist. The other one is like Spanish.
Yes.
Spanish, and yeah, like that was like a very progressive show. You had like a little bit of identity politics in there as well, but they didn't beat you over the head with the plot. Why The Last Man? Phenomenal concept. I was so interested when I watched the first 3 episodes on Hulu when it came out. But they've been ruining the show by trying to beat you over the head with the politics in ways that don't make sense with the plot. Like every episode, they bring up like trans men. Well, we have men here. Like, lady, no, you don't. You have trans people. You don't have biological, you don't. Like, and this is what I mean. This is why you hear that complaint, because even people who might agree with the quote unquote trans movement is like, can we stop trying to like mess up the plot with this woke bullshit? You know, scientifically speaking, what they mean. Men are adult males. These are not adult males. These are females who transition to be to be men. They're not men.
Yes. Well, anyway, I agree, but wait, what? No, I mean, yeah, a lot of people were complaining about that. It actually didn't get renewed for a second season. So, but anyway, I've transitioned to reading the comic book because everyone says the comic book is really good. My boyfriend read the comic book back in the day, and there's a lot of good reviews on the comic. So now I'm reading the comic to see how it compares to the show. Yeah,
I don't do comics either, so this season's gonna be my only season, and I might not even finish it. Now you said that they didn't renew it, so
no, they didn't renew it with FX. There's a chance somebody else might pick it up, but who knows?
Get rid of the woke stuff. It'll be a great concept. And I don't remember what we was talking about before we got to this. Thanks to you.
I don't remember. We went on too many tangents.
Yeah, what were we talking about?
I don't know what we were talking about. I don't remember.
You took me down. I don't remember. This is sad. I feel like I was making a great point until you threw this at me.
Me?
Yeah, you brought up Why the Last Man.
Oh, I did. Oh shoot, what were we talking about? Oh shoot.
I'm trying to remember. I was making a great point, and then you watch Why the Last Man.
I don't remember. It's gone.
Yeah. Anyway, oh yes. I feel like women, like women, you guys primarily are here to have children, and
that's what you were saying. I was
no, exactly. And I'm standing on my soapbox, by the way. Yeah. And that's kind of your role. And as we move away from that role, you guys fill that emptiness with random shit, and you're ruining everything.
That's your misogyny talking.
Just because it's misogynistic doesn't mean it's not true. And I've been saying this for a while now. Something can be both misogynistic and true at the same time. Nature is misogynistic. It is. Nature is sexist. Nature is racist. Nature is xenophobic. Nature, baby. So all I'm saying is men are here for labor. Women are here to bear children. We both hate our roles, and we're trying to leave these roles. But I feel like the further we get away from these roles, the more we fill our life with bullshit. And that's why women are leading most of this stuff, because you guys don't have kids. So you don't have no real responsibilities. And so, you're just wasting time creating stuff, ruining society.
I'm just shaking my head at this point and nodding because Jabai's beliefs are over here. And I don't even believe anything close to that. So I'm just not even going to say anything.
Yeah, I know. But look, man, this is probably why the founders were so skeptical of giving y'all the right to vote. Okay. Just saying. Look who y'all vote for. It was up to women, Shannon. If there was no men around, let's go back to Why the Last Man, by the way. Back to that phenomenal show, right? If there was no men around, do you realize who y'all would be voting for? Do you know? Go like through the last.
Don't talk about this anymore. We could finish talking about Squid Game like you wanted to, and the other show.
I'm just saying. Look, man, you don't have to like what I'm saying. I'm just saying And I've heard this from other people, even women at times, saying that a lot of this stuff has to do with the fact that y'all don't got shit to do, and you don't. And I don't even blame y'all. But society.
I have plenty of stuff to do. I don't know.
Wait. What do you have to do, Shannon? Let's hear about this phenomenal day that you have. Go ahead.
I have a job.
Doing what? Wait. Doing what?
I'm a production coordinator at Google. So I have a job.
Okay.
I just got a promotion.
Okay.
I work on 2 podcasts. I'm getting my certification for personal training. I have a lot to do on a day-to-day.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And what do you feel? And none of that fulfills you, really. You know how I know that? Because you are the people who I'm talking about. Shannon,
what are you talking about? What are you saying?
You have crazy beliefs.
What?
You have crazy beliefs. You believe in communist shit. You believe in.
Oh my god. Okay.
You do. Wait, hold on. Are you not anti-capitalism? Be honest.
That has nothing to do with the fact that I'm bored.
You're not making a connection. You don't have real problems.
Oh God. Okay.
I'm just saying, like, our ancestors had real problems. You know what the problems were? What? I gotta feed my family. You don't have a family.
Okay, I have to feed myself though, and I have to pay off my bills. I have things to do. I have problems.
Here's what I want you to do. When we finish recording this, I want you to now don't mess up my premise though, Shannon. But I want you to summarize my premise to your mom and see what she says.
Oh God. Okay.
Right, but don't get my premise wrong. Remember, my premise is
I'm gonna just have her listen to this episode.
Yeah. But just the last part, and then
I'm gonna have her listen to the whole thing.
And then ask her how she feels, because I think I'm onto something here.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm gonna digress. So we're gonna end on this last topic. Shannon has finally finished Squid Games, and when we last talked, she had like 3 episodes left, I think.
That wasn't when we last talked. That was when we talked before the last time we talked.
Before the last talk, you had ended on the Marble episode, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now you have watched the episodes after that, and of course, spoiler alert. Although if you haven't watched Squid Games by now, you probably don't care about watching it. So Shannon, that means after the Marble game, you had what was that? The Marble? Oh, them jumping across the bridge. You had that
was it, right? Wasn't that the last game? And then it was just the
Squid Game.
Yeah, the Squid Game. Mm-hmm.
So Shannon, overall impression of the show?
It was good. I thought it was really, really good. I thought the concept was very original until I found out it was not. But it was good. I enjoyed it. I don't know how I feel about the ending.
The old man,
yeah. I mean, I was a little mad that it was him. I'm like, really? Because I felt really sad when he died in the Marvel episode, and I'm just like, okay, I was wasting emotion.
I was crushed. I was like, oh, yeah, I was in my room tearing up. I was,
yeah. That was a really rough episode to watch. I was more upset though about how, what's his name? Song-woo betrayed poor. What's his name? Ali. That was his name, right?
Yeah, that was messed up.
Yeah, I was more mad about that. But yeah, I don't know how I felt about the ending. I don't really know how I felt about him choosing to go back to the game instead of going to be a good father to his child. Don't know about the red hair. That was stupid. I was like, this looks very bad. But a bunch of decisions were made at the end, and I didn't agree with all of them, but it was good.
Yeah, the ending was rough. I feel like it's very hard to end the show. Like, I think multiple shows have this problem, and sometimes it's even hard to end seasons, because I do think there is going to be a second season. But the
writer said he didn't have plans to make a second season, so we'll see.
If he didn't, then that's a dumb ending. It is for me. Like,
he said he didn't have plans. I mean, he might get coerced into it if Netflix throws enough money at him, but he said he didn't have plans to make one.
Well, then that makes the ending very weird. It does, because you would think that season 2 will start with him coming back, trying to find out who's running the games, and I guess expose them to the government. It seems like a very obvious starting point for a season 2. But if you're saying that he never had any attention, that means this was supposed to be like one and done show. Then why wouldn't he just get on the plane and go home?
Yeah, I don't know.
It's wild to me. As far as the deeper meaning of the show, I've been thinking about the themes about, capitalism and kind of debt, and how we are kind of pushed and pulled into certain positions because of debt. doing things we don't want to do, acting in ways that we would normally not act if not for the social conditions, right? And you kind of see this during the Marvel episode because Sang-woo was an asshole since like the first time we saw him, right? And so his behavior was actually kind of expected. What you saw was the main character, who was being positioned as being this morally just and loving person, he also did a very piece of shit move by playing on his closest person there, his dementia, to win a game.
Yeah.
That was despicable behavior. But given the context of, you know, the game, you can easily see yourself doing the exact same thing. And so I thought that was a very kind of important message as far as, you know, you are kind of capable of being the best and worst versions of yourself, depending on what's happening around you. And never forget it, and never look down on people for how they're acting, because you don't know kind of the context of their lives, you know, either.
Yeah.
I thought that was a very strong point. I thought the point where you had kind of the English speaking rich people watching the game when they were jumping across the bridge.
That was really bad, by the way. Their voice acting was terrible. But I'll continue. Sorry, that was a tangent.
Did you watch yours with the subtitles, or did you put it in English?
No, I watched it dubbed. I watched it subbed, but you know they were speaking English in the English part but the English was bad. Like it just sounded really weird.
Okay, I got you. And so you kind of saw kind of this, you know, how the working and the poor were literally pawns for the entertainment of this billionaire class, and they're sitting there enjoying themselves. They had human beings who were like ornaments. There was like, you know, women naked but like painted, and like they would rest their heads against their breasts. It was some weird stuff, super weird stuff happening here. But I love the commentary. Just love the commentary. And then, you know, even with the police officer that was investigating, how, you know, his brother, who he thought was lost, ended up being a part of the game, one of the most important pieces of the game. And that's another reason why I think there's a season 2, because he shot him, but he shot him in the shoulder. He fell into the water. Like that is typical. He's alive. Like, so yeah. I enjoyed it. It inspired me to watch more Korean, Japanese shows. So I started watching Alice in Borderland.
You like Alice in Borderland? Because I started watching it. I'm at the part right now where all of his friends died when they were in the botanical garden.
That was episode 3.
Yeah. That was the last episode I saw.
That was sad, man. I like it.
Did you finish it?
No, I'm on episode 5.
Okay.
Do you like it?
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, I like it a lot. Apparently, I think it was an anime first.
Oh, was it?
I think so.
That makes sense.
It does. So I was trying to find an anime, but I don't think it's like available on like an official platform. It wasn't on Crunchyroll. I didn't see it on Netflix.
So was it actually an anime, or did somebody just say it was an anime?
I'm pretty sure I saw like animation. I'm gonna look at it right now and make sure I'm not bugging. It was late at night. Alice in Borderland anime. Yeah, you see the pictures?
Hold on, let me see. Oh yeah. Well, was it No, was it a manga, or did they actually? Oh no, they did. No.
Well, of course it was a manga first, but I'm saying
no. But just was it a manga that was ever animated, or?
Oh, I know what you mean.
Or was it just a manga?
I don't know. Good point. I have to look deep to make sure. But either way, look
like. Oh, okay. Wait. It says it was adapted into a 3-episode original video animation.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, I'm like when I'm watching, and I do think the entertainment from overseas is definitely kicking Americans' ass. Like all we're doing here is
for sure. Over here is all remakes and reboots and all these stupid things. American TV is losing right now for sure.
Yeah, and it's sad to watch because, like I said, you like I know there are original ideas floating around, but for some reason Hollywood and, you know, the people who are responsible for entertainment, they just refuse to kind of look to like fresh blood. you know, and you need fresh blood so that you can create the content that keeps people coming back to your platforms. So Netflix is doing better, I think, because they're giving resources to foreign, you know, producers and stuff and bringing that original content. And I think that Parasite being successful in America showed that people will watch sub dramas and stuff.
Yeah.
If the plot is good. So, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But that's all I have to say for this episode. Thank you, Shannon, for rocking with me for another week. You know, hopefully next week we'll have your horrible Wi-Fi fixed.
I gotta get a portable hotspot. That's the only way it's gonna get fixed, because I figured out that you can't have, you know, the router. I can't have another router up here because it has to be connected to the modem. So
figure that's much. I'm
gonna need to get some kind of very strong portable Wi-Fi device.
I'm sure you'll be able to figure it out. But like I said, thank you for rocking with us, listeners and people watching on YouTube. We will see you guys next week. Anything else you have to say, Shannon?
No, I'm good.
All right. Until next time, guys. Deuces.
Bye.